So it's about to be an amazing summer for One Punch Man fans, because between all the surprising collaborations and exciting reveals that are going to be happening over the next few months, we are all going to have our hands full with new and valuable One Punch Man content, specifically Season 3 content. So today I just wanted to make one video covering all the relatively new and important One Punch Man Season 3 news that has come out recently, all of which should get you excited on some level, but especially what I'll be talking about at the very end. I know it'll be something that'll get many of you very excited because it'll give you the opportunity to actually be involved in Season 3 of One Punch Man yourself. That I'm going to be very excited to talk about, but I wanted to kick things off with something a little lighter, but also very fun. I'm not sure if this has been fully confirmed yet, but it's been heavily rumored that Saitama and maybe some other One Punch Man characters are going to be featured in Fortnite as skins. Now, I used to play Fortnite, but don't really anymore, so it's not super exciting news to me, but for some of those of you that still play Fortnite and really enjoy the game, this might be, really fun and exciting for you. Because assuming that Saitama is going to be a skin in the game, there might be some cool weapons or tools that allow you to straight up send someone flying with a single punch. That seems like a pretty fun thing to be able to do in a game. Some of you that don't play Fortnite or don't really care about this kind of stuff that isn't directly related to Season 3 might not feel like this is very exciting, but to be honest, stuff like this is very important to the series as a whole and Season 3 by extension, primarily for the reason that it serves as marketing and promotion for the IP in general, for Season 3 as a whole. Because no matter what you think about trailers and merchandise and all this stuff that doesn't really seem to have anything to do with the anime itself, it all serves to kind of raise the relevance of the series entirely because it just gets the name out there more. I'm sure a lot of people that play Fortnite have never even heard of Saitama, so having him as a skin inside the game will definitely give a certain amount of hype to Season 3, with new audience members wanting to check out the anime, and overall making the season release much more popular, which will help the series as a whole because that makes it much more likely that we'll be getting a Season 4 and 5 and etc, And on that note, one piece of important news that I think really flew under the radar for a lot of people is the fact that Viz Media ended up purchasing the rights to Season 3 of One Punch Man. I think they purchased it from Bandai Namco or something like that. As some of you probably already know, Viz Media is responsible for distributing the English versions of the manga in the US. And from my understanding, Viz Media ended up purchasing the full distribution rights to Season 3. And some of you might be thinking well, why do I even care about that? Why does it matter? Again, it goes back to what I was just saying about distribution and building hype and kind of getting the name of the IP out there. I'm sure you've seen many people online, and me included on this channel, just complaining day and night about how poorly the promotion of Season 3 has really been taken to this point. We've barely gotten any trailers, no director announcement. The last trailer or promotional video, whatever you want to call it, that was released recently, in my opinion, and I've said on this channel, was very awful. I really did not like it, and it was supposed to serve as a way to hype people up for the season, and honestly I think it did the opposite effect of that. And I just think generally the marketing for the series as a whole has not been taken seriously enough, or just really looked very lackluster, and I think that Viz Media is going to do a much better job in that area, or at least I hope. This also means that Viz Media is going to handle the distribution of Season 3 itself, when it actually releases. So that means that it's likely not going to be on Crunchyroll like Season 1 was, I believe, and it's probably going to be on Hulu as a Hulu exclusive like Season 2 was. None of this is confirmed, but you can probably assume is the case because Viz Media is going to be handling the distribution of Season 3, and I think they're kind of in some sense in competition with Crunchyroll, so it wouldn't make sense for them to, show Season 3 on their platform. So that might suck for some of you that just have Crunchyroll memberships and don't have Hulu, or for some of you that have both like myself, or just Hulu, it might be exciting news for you, but just something that you should be keeping in mind. My hope with this Viz Media stuff at the end of the day is that we'll just get better marketing and hopefully a better build up to some kind of great trailer or some better announcements for the series as a whole. And speaking of building hype, I think the one bit of marketing that has been pretty successful for Season 3 and I personally enjoyed. But first, I want to take a quick second to talk about habits, specifically bad ones. We all got them, at least most of us do. I know I do. Or I guess I should say I did have a bad habit that I was able to kick thanks to our sponsor of today's video, Fume. This thing has no vapor, no nicotine, no harmful chemicals whatsoever, so there is no bad habits to be found here. It's just simple, refreshing flavored air. Fume is an award-winning and highly reviewed flavored air device that is not a vape. It has no battery and creates absolutely no vapor. So of course it has no nicotine, no toxic flavors, just refreshing flavored air coming from a super high quality device. And also, and I cannot hype this enough, this thing is an amazing fidget that you can kind of just play around with when you're, working at your desk or doing homework, whatever. As you can kind of like hear and also see here, it's an excellent way to just have something to like fidget around with in your hand, and takes away some of that like anxiety or workup you might be feeling when you're sitting and working on something. For that reason, whenever I'm like making videos or working on them, this thing is like almost always in my hand. Love it. And if that wasn't great enough, you also have many different refreshing flavors to choose from. Crisp mint is my personal favorite. It's the one I have in here right now. Never get sick of it, always use it. Fume has already helped over 500,000 people build better habits. Try Fume today, and if you order the Journey Pack now using my code AnimeAnxiety, you'll get a free Fume topper, which is an awesome accessory to level up your experience. Go to tryfume.com/AnimeAnxiety or scan the QR code on your screen right now, and make sure to get yours today. Has been the monthly release of character visuals from heroes to now villains. Every month we've been getting at least 2 character visuals for how these characters are going to look in Season 3. Some of them I have my gripes with, but for the most part they've all looked pretty good and kind of helped build this hype for Season 3 and kind of give us some confidence that it's going to look a lot better than Season 2 did. Although it's still going to be done by JC staff, of course, so I do understand people's hesitation there. But recently we got the reveal of 2 monsters that I was actually pretty excited to see, that being Gums and Evil Natural Water. Evil Natural Water in particular I think is going to be a very big challenge for the animation studio to get right, just because the monster is literally liquid. Like, animating that seems like a really big pain. And initially seeing the hero visual for Evil Natural Water, at first I didn't really like it because I thought it looked kind of like cotton candy or something, but honestly just taking some more time to digest it and look at it a little bit more, I think it really is going to be like the correct route to take care of Evil Natural Water visually. I mean, the likely case is that he's probably not even going to look like this in the season for a lot of the scenes, because a lot of it is probably going to be done with CGI or some form of implementation of CGI along with like actual drawn animation, because again, the monster is completely liquid and the way it moves is going to be very difficult to draw by hand entirely. Personally, one of my favorite monster visuals that has been dropped so far is the one of Neon. I don't know, I just like the way that it was designed and it looks pretty cool. Personally, I'm still very excited for, or at least hoping for, that we get a visual for Phoenix Man, because for those of you that have watched my videos for any amount of time, you know that I take any opportunity I can possible to just straight up glaze that monster, because he is one of my favorite characters in One Punch Man, period. But let me know in the comments below which monster visual so far you like the most, or which one you're still very excited to see and are hoping to get. But now I want to get to what I think are going to be the most exciting events for One Punch Man Season 3 this entire summer, and ones that I think are going to be carrying some very, very big news. So the first of 2 very exciting events that I want to talk about here that I think are going to be very relevant for One Punch Man Season 3 is the special panel that's going to be held at Anime NYC in New York, of course, which is going to be, I believe, on August 21st or between August 21st and 23rd. I don't think the exact date has been set yet, but it has been confirmed that One Punch Man will have a special panel at this anime convention, which is one of the bigger ones in the United States. Some news that we do have confirmed right now is that Jam Project, the band behind the openers for the One Punch Man anime, are going to be there and are probably going to be answering some questions. But what I'm going to be really looking for, and what I think is going to end up being the case, honestly, which is this panel in late August, which is probably going to be like 2 months or even less before the actual season comes out, is when the full or final main trailer for Season 3 is going to be revealed. It seems like perfect timing because, again, it's going to be like less than 2 months or 2 months away from the actual season release, and it's going to be on a very big stage and give them a very good opportunity to showcase the work they've come up with to this point. I'm really crossing my fingers that this time we get a very good trailer. Like, the very first trailer that got dropped for Season 3 definitely got me very excited. It was very hype and very good looking. This most recent promotional video, not so much, but honestly, I'm trying to lean on the side of optimism here that we're going to get a very good and a very hype trailer this time around. But if not at this anime convention in late August, I do feel that there is a very good chance that on July 5th at Anime Expo, which is another major anime convention in the United States, probably bigger than Anime NYC in my opinion. I think this is where we're 100% gonna get some form of major season 3 announcement or season 3 bit of news in any capacity. First of all, it's been confirmed that the voice actors for both the English version and the Japanese version of Saitama will be there at, in the panel answering questions. And what's actually pretty awesome as well is that they're also going to have a Q&A section from fans, where right now you're able to actually submit questions that could potentially be answered at the panel in July. I don't have any links to give you here, but if you do just a simple search on Google or Twitter or whatever, you'll be directed to a forum where you can ask your specific questions about the series, or really anything about One Punch Man in general, I assume so. And there is a chance that you can have it featured as one of the questions in the actual panel. And why I'm super excited about this specific panel and this event is because I'll actually be there. I'll be there trying to be as close to the front of the stage as possible. Of course, I'm going to try to get my question and I'm going to fill that stuff out just like you guys are probably. So if you want anything that you want me to specifically ask them, feel free to let me know in the comments and I'll try to make it one of my questions. Obviously, no guarantee that I'll get anything answered, but I'm going to try my damnedest to get at least one of my questions answered. But putting that aside for a second, it has been rumored that this table or panel for One Punch Man at Anime Expo is going to be very big and robust. So it really seems like they're going to take full advantage of the time and attention they're going to be getting at this, panel or table or whatever it's going to be, which in my opinion is going to give them the best opportunity to finally reveal the director for season 3. Because again, we do not have that news yet, and I think it's very odd that we haven't gotten that news yet. And also, of course, honestly, I have more confidence in this event being where they're going to reveal a major trailer, because again, it's going to be a very big event and it's going to be a little bit earlier than, the release of season 3. It's going to give it more so like 3 months or a little bit over 3 months to build that hype and, have people watching and enjoying the trailer as long as possible. And maybe at Anime NYC, they might have like an extended trailer of the one that we saw at Anime Expo if they reveal it there. And that'll cap off like the last bit of major promotion for the season. And, they might have some more visuals or one more smaller trailer to get that like final bit of hype in. But I think a lot of the heavy lifting for the hype and promotion is going to be taken care of at these two conventions. So again, as I said at the top, there is a lot of stuff to be very excited for One Punch Man season 3 this summer. I hope I got you guys as hyped as I am for all this. There's been a lot of negativity also coming for me. I'm not immune to this. A lot of negativity coming for season 3 based off of like the news and really lack thereof news that we've been getting these past couple months. But honestly, I just want to keep things as positive as possible. Things are going to be great. Season 3 is going to be at least good. Let's all manifest this together in the comments below. But that's going to be it for this one. Again, I want to thank Fume, the sponsor of today's video, for sponsoring this video. Have a good morning, afternoon, evening, whatever. I love all you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video.